welcome back to an episode of World of Tanks here on El Haloof with the Desphir 13. Now, this one, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, will be a very, very special video. Mainly because I've gotten two short episodes? No. Two short replays, and I didn't think it'd be fair, even though I have done it in the past, to upload one 5-minute video and just call that good. I kind of do enjoy being able to talk a bit longer. Oh, sorry about that, but I do enjoy talking longer, and it's always been quite nice to just kind of say as I will and do as I please. And the only problem with me today is my throat's a bit dry, so if you can hear a jump cut, that's because I went to go get something to drink. So, again, here on El Haloof, I'm in the T-29, racing to get into this position right up here, and basically just go hold down, because even though I'm not a top tier tank, it's a T-29 turret. This thing's tougher than nails. It's the kind of tank that would show up to that one place in SpongeBob where the first question is, how tough are you? And this tank would go, well, I bounced a shell from a what would it be? A Waffenträger 4? No. Panzerwehr something. The little, well, a Rheinmetall Borsig, I guess, would be the best example. And the guy at the front door goes, so? And it responds with, it was an APCR. Yeah, this thing hold down is just amazing. It's by far one of my most favorite tanks to play. I saw this and the mouse and went, you know what? I'm going for that tank and the mouse. The only reason I have the T-32 is to basically start heading towards another tier 10. So, as soon as I get tired of playing this, I'll hop into my VK4502B and use my hull armor instead of my turret. So, it's always quite nice to have that option of, well, I'm not going hull down the best way today. I'll just hop into something that has ridiculously good armor, unlike that tank. And I guess that's incorrect. That Japanese heavy does have good armor. It's just those side cheeks of his aren't the greatest thing for him to show this tank to. And it's about right now that I can see that we are more or less crushing them. Maybe not the best of our abilities, but we're standing a pretty good chance. Now, it's not 100% necessary to go after these tanks, or this tank down here in the cap circle, but just by spotting him, it gives us the opportunity, or at least the opportunity for artillery to hit him. Those tanks over there on the hill near our spawn point to hit him. And right now he's not on the cap circle, which means there's one less thing to worry about. And the main reason he's not getting on the cap circle is because then he would be in full line of sight of me. So I'm just kind of sitting here twiddling my thumbs, trying to figure out what to do now. And I'm starting to see that they are trying to push around that one whole side. However, if I put some pressure on them, I can pull their attention more off of our guys and onto me. And I'm on full health. Most of my allies are not. So by giving the enemy tank something to worry about, even if I never put a shot into him, that threat that I will just basically do this, go hello, and take him out like that, that that's the kind of tactics I like to use. Make them think, well, that's a bad idea. So now we are starting to cap, they're being pressured heavily, and we outnumber them. We've pushed them all into this little, what would it be? One line, I want to say. And as unimpressive as that sounds, it basically means that in order to outflank us, they'd have to break through, which would definitely be them turning around, heading south towards their spawn point, and just trying to make it out of there alive. However, this is a multiplayer game. How many people do you think would actually do that? So I'm just basically playing peekaboo with this enemy T-29, and as much fun as it would be to just run him over, using my hit points as, well, an advantage, because he's not doing the greatest with his, I'd rather not have to pay for a ton of repairs. And by me doing this again, he is probably quite concerned about me coming up. Now, you could probably tell by the minimap, we've got a friendly tank destroyer coming after him from behind. So instead of twiddling my thumbs and letting someone else get my hard-earned kill, I decide, you know what, I have enough hit points. And I still don't get the kill. But hey, it kept him off of a, oh, what is it? A Waffenträger or something? Panzer IV, Rammelturbo, one of those. And at this point in time, this game's basically just set. It's an M6, and he's very heavily outnumbered. Now, okay, so it was a Rammelturbo, my bad. But, yeah, that was always going to happen, and I don't blame that one. And now here on Steeps, it's kind of a different story. The game, I feel personally like I had a much better game. Well, near the end, I put in a lot more effort, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. I mean, if I hadn't had blocked that ELC driver, who knows what could have happened, or if I went to the other side of the map, who knows what would have happened. But the past is the past, and it's already been written. I.e., this replay is proof of that. But what was going through my mind was, my game in the ELC, I think I figured out a pretty good strategy. At least with these faster moving tanks. I don't know, with a heavy, whether going down this side would be a much better idea, or going down the opposite side would be a much better idea. And I'm just kind of waiting for support, trying to get into position, essentially. And it's right about now where I start to have these flashbacks of, what if I go around that corner up there, and there's a Japanese heavy, and it tracks me, except this time, I'm far enough out that it can be hit. Well, I can be hit repeatedly by his allies behind him. So I wait for some support, and I am very, very cautious. I'm terrified, but I decide, you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, and deja vu. Except this time, I get away with it. So now my team knows it. There's a Japanese heavy coming around. There's an M6 on the other side of this hill. And I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because there's really nowhere for me to go except right around this corner, around this hill, and all the way back. Except I decide, you know, maybe I can do some damage from here. Oh, spotted an enemy medium. And I have no shot on him. So, pull behind cover, wait for him to disappear to know that I've also dropped off radar. He's dropped off radar, so I bolt. And by that artillery miss right there, he probably could have been guessing that that's where I would have been going. He was right, except I had bolted a lot sooner than he was anticipating. And I won't be kind of talking about the last few moments because of how quickly it all happens. So bear with me if near the end it gets kind of lackluster. And right about now is when things really start to kick off. Haven't done a whole lot this game so far, and within 2 shots I finish off this Churchill, take a hit from the Electo, shoot at the Electo, didn't need to, but I still distracted him, giving my ally the kill. I make a massive blunder right here. I should have gone further down in the valley, turned around, but instead I thought, you know what, I'm safe. Hellcat shot at me, and the artillery thought I would have been going a lot faster. I still continue to make the mistake, except I'm now in between cover. And as soon as I make a break for it, I'm going to stop my outro so I can basically hopefully get this all crammed in right at the end. Because the game doesn't last much longer. The scores are 8-4. It's pretty apparent what's going to happen. So, as I come around this corner, I'm expecting the Hellcat to basically have his gun pointed at me and miss the first shot, hit the second, go after artillery, decide, you know what, need to turn a little bit, and that turn basically saves my life. This has been the Sphere 13. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and share. It really does help out with the channel. If you want to see more of my content, please go check out the channel. I've mentioned an earlier video known as My Best Game So Far. I will put a link on the screen and in the description to that. If you want to keep up to date with my uploads, please subscribe. If you ever want to get into contact with me, there's always Facebook. If you have an amazing replay or set of them, send them to thesphere13@gmail.com. There's a thing in the description. Just upload them to wotereplays.com and send me the link. And I don't think there's much else. So yeah, this has been the Sphere 13. Hope you have enjoyed the video, because I had a lot of fun doing this. So, signing out. Bye.